this is a demo of Home Remote version 2. You'll see the visual interface is quite a bit nicer now. So one of the first things you'll see there's a lot less buttons that were here. So before, if you wanted to add a My Light action or a URL action or a beacon action, you'd have to sort of create a URL and then add the other stuff to it. So now when you go to add an action, you have a choice between a URL, a My Light action or a multi-action. So multi-actions existed before, but now there's a visual interface for them. To get to the beacon schedule or today screen configuration, which is a new feature, you can actually just press on the individual things now, so it's directly attached to it. There's no more disconnect between the two things. So to edit an action, you just press the little edit icon there. The buttons are now context sensitive, so it says back or update. Before it used to say back or add to action. So it's if you don't have it, the button text is context sensitive. So you can see here we can set the beacon information. Again, we've got context sensitive, so if you were adding a beacon for the first time, you haven't yet added it, it would just say back, and update would say add to action. But because we're editing an existing beacon, it's remove from action or update. So obviously schedules have already been covered in a previous version. A new feature for 2 was the today screen configuration. So here you can pick the color that a button should show as, and also the alpha. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull down my today screen, and you can see here, so for the brightness I've got a higher alpha, when they're dim I've got a lower alpha, and off I just have the default of 10%. Now you can also pick what colors, so I'm setting my desk light to pink here, and I've colored the button to correspond, so I can very quickly at a glance see what I should be changing things to. You can see the pagination here as well, that was on a previous version. So obviously if the button's white as well, the text becomes black on the button. So one of the other new features is the visual interface for multi-actions. So you can just call it multi, press multi-action, and here you have your list of actions, and you can just click on the ones you want to trigger at the same time. So I could have, this would be essentially the whole house set to on at the same time. You'd press add action, it just appears down here, and obviously if there's no action, no extra information attached, these are not illuminated. In an instance where there is extra information, they're illuminated white. Your edit will work all the same way as normal, and that's version 2. I hope you enjoy it.